Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. We are back in action in LimeRock Park for the second race, Nissan Sentra Cup race, Canadian Road Racing Series, and a grand premiere for this series in the United States this afternoon today. And it's now the second race after a break, after a delay due to heavy rain here in LimeRock. Congratulations and thank you to all the fans who stay on site and around the track. You're a real motorsports fan. Thank you very much, and especially marshals, officials, fans. So thank you. And my name is Philippe Brasseur of poleposition.ca. I'm with Didier Marceau, Communications Director of Nissan Canada. Didier, second race for the Nissan Sentra Cup, and we see Matt Miron, the winner of the first race earlier today.
And yeah, and we can see an adaptation of the cooling system used by Formula One driver with a leaf blower refreshing Matt Miron. Matt Miron who signed the double pole position here in the US on LimeRock racetrack. This is the first time he was signing the pole position. He won the first race this morning. He will start at the front of the grid this afternoon. The race which has been delayed, we faced a severe thunderstorm, but now the rain has stopped and the track is clear. Therefore, we will be able to start. It's possible, Philippe, that the driver will do a couple of laps behind the pace car. Usually it's one lap, and it's a rolling start for the Sentra Cup, but most probably they will do a couple of laps to just be sure there is no puddles and they know the shape of the track. One precision, no need for rain tire on the Sentra.
No, exactly, Didier. No slick or no specific rain tires in Nissan Sentra Cup. And let's go with the starting grid for race 2 with Mathieu Miron in pole position. It's the car 191. Alongside with Alexandre Fortin, the defending champion, car number 1.
On the second line, we will find Nicolas Barrette, which is currently, after the race this morning, leading the championship. Nicolas Barrette, car number 427, and aside him, Simon Vincent, car 91.
Jean-François Couture, the car number 7, and Valérie Limoges, 777 car are on the third row.
Fourth row for Nicolas Lévesque, car number 50, and the Sentra Cup number 22 for Jean Audet. Raphaël Saint-Pierre, pardon. Sorry, Raphaël Saint-Pierre, 419.
Raphaël Saint-Pierre and Nicolas Lévesque for row 4, and then Jean Audet and Éric Chaput, car 22 and 116.
Then Daniel Fortin should start last, and we just see the car exiting the pit lane for a couple of laps.
Yeah, and Sylvain Ouellet in 11th place. It's car 99. Marie-Soleil Labelle, 12 with car 27. 13th place for Christian Thibault, car 46. Stéphane Pouliot, 14 with car 210. And then Steve Poulain, the last row, Steve Poulain and Daniel Fortin.
Well, let's see how many laps they will do before starting. Most probably one lap. And a very nice view of LimeRock. You can see some cloud, but normally we should not get any rain during the 40 minutes of this race.
It's the 6th round of the 2024 Nissan Sentra Cup season. So Mathieu Miron, the winner of the first race earlier today, will start in pole position. And regarding the standing points, championship standings, we have now a new championship leader. Nicolas Barrette is leading by only 1 point ahead of Valérie Limoges, 206 and 205 for both drivers. Alexandre Fortin is still in 3rd place. Simon Vincent still in 4th. And now Mathieu Miron, winner of the first race, now completes the top 5 of the championship. And as you can see, the track is still wet, but it's not a problem for the Nissan Sentra Cup race cars. Okay, second formation lap behind the safety car, the McLaren safety car, LimeRock Park official safety car.
And we see a driver trying to warm up the tire as much as they can, at least some of them. We had a very nice first race this morning with 5 drivers fighting for the win. No pass, and Matt Miron started first, finished first. He will start first again this afternoon. Let's see if he can sign a second victory. It was the first time he was claiming the victory in the Sentra Cup.
And pole position too.
Yeah.
And Alexandre Fortin finished second. Nicolas Barrette completes the podium. Ahead of Simon Vincent, Valérie Limoges, Éric Chaput, Jean-François Couture, Raphaël Saint-Pierre, Nicolas Lévesque, Jean Audette, Sylvain Ouellette, Marie-Soleil Labelle, Christian Thibault, Stéphane Pouliot, Daniel Fortin, and Steve Poulain. To complete the list of the competitors, no DNF in the first race.
Yeah, no DNF. Everybody who takes the start finish the race. And we can see that on the image that the track is pretty dry now already. The weather is very warm here. There is still, and this track is a very old track built in 1956, and no doubt that they know how to drain this track very quickly. No puddles, and this should be the start at the next time they will pass in front of us on the pit lane. I see the car going side by side behind the pace car. The lights are down on the pace car, which should go in the pit lane very soon. And this will be the start of the race 6 of the 2024 season of the Nissan Sentra Cup.
Lights are off on the safety car. Cars are ready.
Very important moment for Alexandre Fortin. We saw this morning he was not able to take the lead at start and never after.
Green, green, green. That's the start of the race for Nissan Sentra Cup.
And it seems it's side by side between Miron and Fortin. The first corner is a right corner, which obviously is an advantage for Miron, but the second one is left. And we will see if Alexandre Fortin can keep the inside and stay in the lead.
Still side by side.
Oh, yes, it's very, very close. But, yeah, Fortin and the slide, yeah. But Matt Miron slide, you have seen his Sentra. He lost a little bit the rear, slide a little bit, and with a Sentra, you don't have the power to bring it back. It's immediately a couple of tenths or seconds. 149 horsepower on this car, which for those who maybe didn't saw the race this morning, those cars are very close to the stock car you can find at our Nissan dealerships. No engine, gearbox are stock, no modification, just modification on the suspension, front suspension, the brake, which are for the front, the brake of the Nissan 370Z.
And the new leader at the end of the first lap, Alexandre Fortin, the defending champion, is the leader in front of Matt Miron. Simon Vincent, the rally driver, is now in third place. Valérie Limoges is fourth. Nicolas Barrette fifth.
And
Jean-François Couture
Miron
sixth.
is on the outside. Oh, he slide again. Oh my God, he drift. Very spectacular from Matt Miron, which was pushed a little bit by Alexandre Fortin. And Matt Miron will exit, maybe with the lead. No, they're still side by side.
Very, very spectacular. Both drivers are at the limit for now. Alexandre Fortin.
What a fight!
Matt Miron. Wow, that's very, very close.
And they push the braking point at the maximum, and Miron takes the lead.
Miron retake the lead.
Valérie Limoges is coming back in 4th position, just in the exhaust of Simon Vincent. Simon Vincent, a rally driver, he should be maybe used to this slippery condition.
End of the second lap, Alexandre Fortin is now second because Matt Miron has retained the lead of the race. Simon Vincent in third, Valérie Limoges 4th, Nicolas Barrette 5th, Jean-François Couture 6th, Nicolas Lévesque in 7th place, and Raphaël Saint-Pierre completes the top 8 for the moment. But a lot of action during the first 2 laps, Didier.
Yes. Je voudrais en profiter aussi pour saluer tous nos amis du Québec. Aujourd'hui, nous allons commenter cette course en anglais puisque nous avons l'opportunité d'être sur Speed Tour.
Speed Tour, le site web YouTube Speed Tour, également au niveau de la télévision américaine. Et puis, bien entendu, pour toutes les personnes qui sont ici le long de la piste sur le circuit de LimeRock. Donc, vous comprendrez qu'on privilégie la langue anglaise pour ce commentaire cette fois-ci.
Back to the lead, Matt Miron still leading. His gap is about half a second on Alexandre Fortin. It's packed, and this is one of the assets of the Sentra Cup, is because everybody drives the exact same car. It's very difficult to really make a huge difference in the first lap. And we always have very action-packed races.
And as you can see, the track is still drying, but it's still wet. So that's difficult for the driver, not the driver who leads the race, but for the driver who are in 2nd, 3rd, and 4th, and 5th place, actually. That means Matt Miron 1st, Alexandre Fortin 2nd, Simon Vincent 3rd. And the battle for the 3rd place between Valérie Limoges and
Valérie Limoges, which I was informed this afternoon, is unfortunately suffering from a strong flu, which maybe explains she is not at 100% this weekend.
And you have also a great battle for the 6th place between Jean-François Couture, car number 7, Nicolas Lévesque, car number 50, and Raphaël Saint-Pierre, car number 419.
The first 5 drivers made a little gap with the second pack led by Jean-François Couture, Lévesque, Saint-Pierre, car number 50 for 419. And we can count on Alexandre Fortin to not give up until they pass the finish line.
4 laps completed now. Matt Miron is still the leader in front of Alexandre Fortin, Simon Vincent, Valérie Limoges, and Nicolas Barrette, the top 5.
And Barrette, which is really putting pressure on Valérie Limoges. Barrette, car 427, the black car, and you see the white car, number 777, it's Valérie Limoges. All these guys fighting at well for the lead of the championship. It's very close, Philippe, in the championship. Just a couple of points between the 3 first drivers.
Exactly. Actually, Nicolas Barrette is the championship leader, just 1 point ahead of Valérie Limoges in 2nd place. Valérie Limoges was the championship leader before the first race earlier today.
She won the 2 last races at Circuit Car in Quebec, in Canada. We are very happy to cross the border south this weekend for the first ever race of the Canadian Nissan Sentra Cup in the US. And a big thank you to everybody here. We have been very nicely welcomed by everybody. This morning, the fan around the track really enjoys the show delivered by all our drivers. And
Marie-Soleil Labelle is in the pits.
Yeah. I don't know what happened for Marie-Soleil. very young driver. She's 21, started in the Micra Cup 5 years ago. She was 16. She has been the youngest driver in our roster.
And she's back on track now, but at the last place, of course. And the top 5 is still Matt Miron, Alexandre Fortin, Simon Vincent, Valérie Limoges, and Nicolas Barrette. That's the same top 5 than the first race, but not in the same order.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, Nicolas Barrette almost lost it. He gave us a very spectacular drift. He corrected very well. Huh?
Yeah.
It's a very nice save. And we can see Alexandre Fortin, which is again putting pressure on Matt Miron. He tried everything, on the right, on the left, inside, outside.
Very wide for the 6th place. Very spectacular battle. And now it's Nicolas Lévesque in 6th place. Raphaël Saint-Pierre, 7. Jean-François Couture, 8. And Eric Chaput in 9th place. Great battle.
And you can see on these drone images that Nicolas Barrette lost a lot of time with this drift. This is when you drive car like this, which have very little power, because it's a stock car, obviously. Every mistake costs a lot, and you cannot bring back the car and use 200, 300 or 400 horsepower to stick again to the pack in front of you. And now, no doubt, Nicolas will need a couple of laps without any mistake, to come back in the fight for the 4th position.
And considering the gap between 4th and 5th place in the championship points is 4 points, that means actually Valérie Limoges could retain the lead of the championship standings at the end of this race, but it's not over.
No, 30 minutes to go, and look, Valérie Limoges inside. She's passing Simon Vincent. I think Simon Vincent brake a little bit late. He was understeering, went out in the curve, and opening the door wide for Valérie Limoges, which is now in 3rd position.
Mathieu Miron, Alexandre Fortin, and Valérie Limoges is the new top 3 of this race. The 6th round of the 2024 season of the Nissan Sentra Cup.
This is the 10th season of the Cup in Canada. We started in 2015, and it's the end of the race for Marie-Soleil Labeille. Unfortunately, our young driver, she will take her revenge in 3 weeks in Trois-Rivières in Quebec, for the Grand Prix de Trois-Rivières. As I was saying, we started in 2015. It was with the Nissan Micra. 6 very successful seasons. And then 6 years after, we moved to Sentra. Nissan Sentra, which is an historic car for Nissan on America's world for about 40 years. And now on tracks. And for the first time, Philippe, in the US.
A grand premiere for the Nissan Sentra Cup this weekend in LimeRock Park, Connecticut. We are very, very happy to be here. Fantastic track, fantastic welcome for drivers, for officials, for all the fans. So once again, thank you very much, LimeRock Park. That was very successful even for the Nissan Sentra Cup today.
And I think our drivers are very happy, and we can see that they are delivering a great show with Alexandre Fortin literally in the trunk of Matt Miron. As I mentioned this morning, you may know that at least in Canada, it's mandatory now to have a rear view camera. Therefore, all these cars are equipped with rear view camera from stock, and we didn't remove it. We kept the camera, which means, and we plug it to be permanently on, which means all drivers can see on their screen what's happening in the back. And you can imagine what Matt Miron is saying is seeing the nose, almost contact between Miron and Alexandre Fortin. And now he's literally in his camera. And the driver are used to say, when you see the front grille full on the camera, it's okay. You have a little bit of space between the two cars. But right now, he must see only the Nissan logo, which means he's very, very close, and it's getting a bit hot.
Yeah, Alexandre Fortin very, very close in the rear bumper of leader Mathieu Miron. Valérie Limoges is now very close too. So it's a battle of three drivers for the lead, but Simon Vincent in fourth and Nicolas Barrette in fifth are not definitely eliminated the possibility to
he's coming back. He's coming back
to win this race. So Matt Miron first, Alexandre Fortin second, Valérie Limoges third, Simon Vincent fourth, Nicolas Barrette in fifth place, and Raphaël Saint-Pierre is now in sixth position in another great battle for the top six.
And Valérie Limoges, which is the only driver, because this is, as you said, Philippe, the first time ever the Nissan Sentra Cup came here in LimeRock. Therefore, for all our drivers but one, it was a discovery. But this time, Valérie Limoges raced here in 2006. Therefore, she has a little advantage to know maybe a little bit better the track than other driver. And let's see if we can take advantage of that.
Yes, but a lot of drivers have practiced on the race simulator, the LimeRock Park track, especially Nicolas Barrette, but also Matt Miron and Jean-François Couture, who has now dropped in 12th position. So problem for car number 7 is now in the 12th position. He was fighting for the top 6 earlier in this race.
Very nice draft train with 5 cars back to back, more or less. There is not more than 50 centimeters between each cars. And Valérie Limoges, which is pressuring Alexandre Fortin more and more. And congrats to Nicolas Barrette, because in 3 laps, he was able to catch up almost with the pack.
And we see that Matt Miron retained a little bit the rest of the field, so that means it's now a real top 5 fighting for victory once again.
The draft very important, obviously, with this car. You try to get the aspiration from the car in front of you by staying in the rear bumper, and then you exit at the last minute to go inside a turn to try to pass. It's a very technical track here and not so easy to pass for our drivers. Miron, you have seen in the straight, he tried to break the draft.
And Matt Miron is now the fastest driver on track, 1:08.915 for his last lap. He's the first driver in 1:08 for the moment on the track, and the track is still drying.
And Valérie Limoges still pressuring more and more Alexandre Fortin. You can see the pit lane. I think they are all looking at the same feed on our Facebook page or YouTube. And if you discover maybe today the Nissan Sentra Cup and you want to see the next race, check the Facebook page. And almost an attack from Valérie Limoges, but it didn't work. And the Grand Prix de Trois-Rivières in 3 weeks will be again live online the same way. Very different race. It's a track. It's a city track, temporary track. Lot of walls everywhere. Here you are allowed to do a little mistake, but in Trois-Rivières, no way. Each mistake will cost a lot. And Simon Vincent, Nicolas Barrette will pass Simon Vincent.
He's trying to pass Simon Vincent for the 4th place. Matt Miron is still the leader. Alexandre Fortin second. Valérie Limoges in 3rd place. And the gap between Matt Miron and Alexandre Fortin is now over than 2 seconds. So a great couple of laps. So Matt Miron lap records 1:08.290. That's more than 1 second faster than Alexandre Fortin in the last lap.
And we can see on the drone view that the track is drying. We start to see some very dry lane. Blue flag on, I think it's Poulain, Steve Poulain.
Car number 37, Steve Poulain, Nissan dealer,
which must have get some contact. We see the rear bumper which is a bit damaged. Everything went well for Matt Miron, but now there is 4 cars, and we have seen this morning sometimes between 2 turns, not everybody can pass, can lap another driver, and this was creating some gaps that didn't help some driver to fight for the position.
And Valérie Limoges is now the fastest driver on track, 1:07.933. So the track is drying very quickly now, and the race is not over for sure. We are approaching the mid-race.
And the blue flag is shown to Poulain. Blue flag, which means the leader are catching up on you and you have to let them go.
And Simon Vincent tried to regain the 4th place, but it's now Nicolas Barrette in 4th place.
But no doubt, Matt Miron will be the surprise of this weekend. 2 pole position, win this morning, is leading nicely this second race this afternoon. Matt, which was always fighting for podium position, but this is really the first time we see him leading the race this way.
And Nicolas Barrette is now very aggressive to take the 3rd position. So 15 laps have been competed in this race. Matt Miron is the leader. Alexandre Fortin 2nd, Valérie Limoges 3rd, Nicolas Barrette 4th, Simon Vincent completes the top 5.
And you can see that Fortin and Miron have totally... no, this is Daniel Fortin, the father of Alexandre, which was on the inside line.
He's now a lap down.
Yeah. And Matt Miron is increasing his gap almost 3 seconds now on Alexandre Fortin.
A new track record for him in this race, 1:07.749 for Matt Miron. 16 lap complete now.
And I think we can say that the track is at least on the perfect line, is almost dry everywhere, which allows the driver to go a bit faster. And now Miron has really made the gap.
And Didier, a question for you. If an American driver wants to compete in Nissan Sentra Cup, is it possible?
Obviously, I would invite him to contact Jacques Day, which is the promoter and organizer of this cup. And I'm sure Jacques will be happy to answer any question. Right now, the Sentra Cup race car is sold in Canada, ready to race for about 47,000 Canadian dollars, which for US people could be a good deal because unfortunately the Canadian dollar is not very strong versus the US dollar. And most of the race being in Ontario and in Quebec, we are very close to the border and it would be easy. We would be delighted to welcome again, I would say, because we, as a second year in the Micra Cup in 2016, we welcome Nick Hamann, which was a winner of the GT Academy in the US. And he was given a Micra Cup car by the GT Academy team. And then a bit later, Mike O'Gren, which was at the time a Nissan employee working in our R&D center in Farmington Hill in Detroit, joined us for 1 season where he did perform very well. And talking about past driver, Philippe, I think we always say the Nissan Sentra Cup is a good bridge between karting and car racing. And for a lot of drivers, it's a way to get a first experience in car racing. And now some of our former drivers like Stefan Razinski, Jesse Webb, Jesse Owen, Demi Chalkias, and I may forget 1 or 2, are competing in very big series in the US.
Back in action, Didier, because it's the battle for the second place now between Alexandre Fortin, Valérie Limoges, and Nicolas Barrette.
And Matt Miron is flying.
Yeah.
I don't know what he ate last night, but
3.5 seconds.
Yeah, the gap increased, and I think that this time, as much that this morning, Alexandre Fortin was able to stay in contact with Matt Miron during the 40 minutes of the race. Here, I think it's not the case. And talking about past Micra or Sentra driver, I would like to mention as well Austin Riley, which was the first autistic driver getting a racing license in Canada. He joined the Micra Cup. He raced for a couple of seasons, and now he's racing and this weekend in Toronto in the Honda Indy as part of the Radical America's Cup. Another driver, one of our champions in Micra Cup, Marco Signoretti, has been racing at Daytona and in UK. Therefore, you can see that it's really a good way to discover, experience motorsport, car racing, check the skills, and then maybe grow a career and go in other racing series. And Valérie Limoges is really pressuring more and more Alexandre Fortin now. She's really in the bumper of the Sentra number 1.
17 minutes to go, and Matt Miron is the leader of this race, the 6th round of the 2024 season of the Nissan Sentra Cup. And it's the battle for the 2nd place between Alexandre Fortin, the defending champion, car number 1, Valérie Limoges, the 2022 champion, series champion, car 777, and Nicolas Barrette, car number 427, who is now the championship leader.
And I would not be surprised if we see Valérie trying to attack Alexandre Fortin in the coming laps. Valérie has a lot of experience, as I said. She was racing. She has racing a lot in kartings and in several series before joining the Micra Cup. She is the only driver being in the Cup since the creation in 2015. It's her 10th season. Alexandre Fortin joined us in 2021 when we swapped from Micra to Sentra Cup. Matt Miron, the same, joined later. Nicolas Barrette was already in Micra Cup a couple of seasons, and Valérie Limoges now is getting impatient behind Alexandre Fortin. She wants this 2nd spot.
That's still the battle for the 2nd place between the Fortin, Limoges, and Barrette. Simon Vincent is now in the 5th place, but it's difficult for him because he's now under pressure of Raphaël Saint-Pierre, car 419. Raphaël Saint-Pierre in 6th place, but very, very aggressive. Nicolas Lévesque is in 7th place, car number 50. Éric Chaput 8, Sylvain Ouellet 9, and Jean Audette still in 10th place.
And you can see when you watch this battle for the 2nd place between Fortin, Limoges, and Barrette that almost each driver has a different line in each turn, trying to find the perfect one that would open the door, bring the bonnet inside, and then maybe keep the advantage. But for the moment, Fortin resists.
Yeah, and it's difficult for the drivers, Didier, because we see that the track is still drying, and especially, of course, on the racing line. So it's difficult when you try to make a move. You are exit of the out of the racing line. So that's very, very difficult for the drivers for the moment. But it's still Matt Miron, leader of the race. Alexandre Fortin 2nd, Valérie Limoges 3rd, Nicolas Barrette on 4th place, and now Simon Vincent under pressure of Raphaël Saint-Pierre to keep the 2nd place, the 5th place, sorry.
22 laps done, almost 26 minutes done, 14 minutes to go. Will it be enough for Valérie Limoges to attack Alexandre Fortin or for Nicolas Barrette to attack Valérie Limoges? We have to be very cautious because if Valérie attack Alexandre Fortin, it could be as well an opportunity, and we have seen that a lot, for Nicolas Barrette to bring his car in front.
And Matt Miron is in a different world for the moment. 5-second lead. We are in the 23rd lap competed in this race. 30 minutes to go.
a season, a 2024 season. We started in Ontario, Canadian Tire Motorsport Park in May. Second race, as we said, was in Quebec 2 weeks ago. Next race in 3 weeks in Trois-Rivières. Then we will be back for Labor Day in Ontario at the Canadian Tire Motorsport Park. Very, very fast track, very impressive to see the Sentra at almost 118 or 90 km per hour at the end of the straight. And then we will close the season end of September it's still in Ontario on Calabogie Motorsport Park. Very nice track. We never raced there with the Sentra. We had a couple of events with the Macra. Driver loves this track, very technical track. Lot of opportunity to pass.
We are here in LimeRock Park for this race, the second race of the day for the Nissan Sentra Cup, a grand premiere for this series, this Canadian series, road racing series, here in United States and here in LimeRock Park. Mathieu Miron is the leader of the race. Alexandre Fortin second, Valérie Limoges third, and Nicolas Barrette in fourth place. It's the battle for the second place for the moment.
Very nice battle.
And also a battle between Nicolas Lévesque, car number 50, and Eric Chaput. 116 Nissan, blue Nissan Sentra Blue and black Nissan Sentra. That's the battle for the seventh place.
But it's very impressive versus this morning to see how Matt Miron was able to step away and really release a lot of the pressure that Alexandre Fortin gave him this morning, being in his rear bumper for 40 minutes. But now it's more Alexandre Fortin which is under pressure. Valérie Limoges is getting impatient. As I said, she's not at the top 100%. We understand she's suffering from a sort of flu. But she's still fighting, delivering. And now she tried to go inside on the straight. Will it be enough? Look, Nicolas Barrette is trying to get advantage on the exterior, but no, it doesn't work. And no change. All these cars being exactly the same, with exactly the same spec. We are used to say that the only way to make the difference, it's not budget, it's not the car, it's what is sitting behind the steering wheel and the driver's seat, the driver.
And the track is drying. Matt Miron is the leader. Alexandre Fortin second, Valérie Limoges third, Nicolas Barrette on the fourth place. Simon Vincent fifth, Raphaël Saint-Pierre completes the top six for the moment.
We see Nicolas, which is looking right, left, caution. There is some apparently a red, a yellow flag somewhere. Not sure what happened.
Yellow.
Full course yellow, which means driver have to slow down and they cannot pass anymore. What did happen?
9 minutes to go, and it's the first full course yellow of the day.
We have one car in the grass. White car, I cannot see who is it yet.
Raphaël Saint-Pierre.
Oui, yeah, Raphaël will hit the tires. And you can see the safety team and the official on site already. Driver is okay, apparently, no problem.
Contact for Raphaël Saint-Pierre. He was in sixth position. So the race is under yellow here. Matt Miron is the leader. Alexandre Fortin second, Valérie Limoges third, Nicolas Barrette fourth, Simon Vincent fifth. Nicolas Lévesque is now in sixth place. Eric Chaput 7, Jean Audette in 8th place, Sylvain Ouellet 9, and Jean-François Couture is back in the top 10.
We will see if the pace car goes on track or if we just stay like that with full course yellow. A pace car would not be a good thing for Matt Miron because it would mean a restart, and it would mean that he will lose all the gap and advantage he created during the first 30 minutes. So he must pray for a full course yellow and no pace car
until the end. Yeah. Yeah, Matt Miron, leader of this race, with a 5-second advantage before the full course yellow. Of course, it's a difficult situation when you lead a race like that. 7 minutes to go.
It should be enough. We know that the team at LimeRock is used to this such incident and can clean up the track very quickly. We will see if it's enough for a sort of restart and let the driver go fast again. Matt Miron is slowing down now, which is good for the tire as well. Maybe cool down a little bit the tire, because when you race at this speed and intensity, obviously the tire gets warmer.
And
the
pace car was not in front of Matt Miron. That was the problem. So now the situation is correct.
This is not a good deal for Matt Miron, because everything has to be done again. He's still in a good position. He's leading, but a restart, you never know what could happen. Particularly when you have two Sentra Cup champion behind you. Number one, current champion Alexandre Fortin, Valérie Limoges, who was champion in 2022, Nicolas Barrette, which has been always fighting and on the podium position, very good driver.
6 minutes to go. Maybe we'll have a green-white checker, Didier. So a lot of action to come here in LimeRock for this second race, the last race of the day here in LimeRock Park for the Nissan Sentra Cup.
And the sun is coming back here in Connecticut.
And it has been a fantastic day for the LimeRock Speed Tour with a lot of action, a lot of race, Trans Am race, the All-Star race, and of course 2 races for the Nissan Sentra Cup. The first race this morning won by Matt Miron.
And I don't want to make any prevision or prediction, but I think Jacques Deshaies is extremely happy with this weekend. And I would not be surprised that the Sentra Cup comes back next year. But this is obviously his decision as the promoter. And Jacques Deshaies, who came in 2014 with this idea to create a spec series with using the little Nissan Micra, which was at the time the less expensive car on the Canadian market. And that's why he thought about creating this cup, saying, okay, I could create a race car for not a lot of money. And in 2015, it was 21,000 for the Micra Cup race car ready to race, which obviously attracted a lot of drivers, and a lot of drivers coming from karting or people who wanted to race since a while.
And Didier, unfortunately, the race will finish under full course yellow. So next lap, it will be the last lap, the white flag, but still the yellow flag for the drivers. So that will be the end on the full course
I
yellow.
know a guy who should brace a little bit more. It's Matt Miron. Because now he knows that, okay, the work is done. He will have won 2 races here in the US. He will make history.
Yeah, but it's important to mention that the race must be stopped before 6 p.m. here in LimeRock Park. It will be 5:58 p.m. at the end of this lap, so that's a normal situation. We fully understand the race director decision to stop the race after the next lap under full course yellow, under the pace car. So that's normal situation in this case with Matt Miron, leader and winner of this race. ahead of Alexandre Fortin, Valérie Limoges, Nicolas Barrette, and Simon Vincent for the top 5.
Oh, Philippe, I know you are very good with mathematics. Who will be leading the championship right now? It's not an easy calculation.
And it's the checkered flag right now at the end of this lap for a new victory, a second victory in a row for Matt Miron.
And his team is very happy on the pit lane.
And for the championship standing, Didier, I think Valérie Limoges retained the championship lead, the first place.
Yeah, because she's being in front of Nicolas Barrette is a good operation for her. And we would like to thank you, all the people who follow us on Facebook, on YouTube, on Speed Tour, and all around the track. It was a great weekend. Great Sentra Cup races with 2 victories for Matt Miron, his first victory ever in the series. And we invite you to join us in 3 weeks online or on site in Trois-Rivières, close to Quebec City, for the Grand Prix de Trois-Rivières, a very famous Canadian event, Philippe, more than 50 years of racing inside the city.
Absolutely. The Grand Prix de Trois-Rivières has been launched in 1967. Famous drivers like Gilles Villeneuve, but also American drivers. I remember competition from
But you was not born at this time.
No, I was not born. But in Can-Am series and Trans Am series, though, so famous races in Trois-Rivières, and still a very popular event. But that's the end of the race, that's the end of the day for this LimeRock Speed Tour 2024. A huge success. We are very, very happy to be here as a media, as a Nissan Sentra Cup. People, also, thank you very much to LimeRock, to all the officials, to the fans, to people, marshal around the track. Thank you very much. That was a great event. We'll be very proud to be here. So now cars back in the pit lane. Matt Miron is officially the winner of this race.
And the winner of the weekend, double winner, 2 races, 2 pole positions.
2 pole position, exactly. Yeah.
I don't know if he has the 2 fastest lap in each race. I think Alexandre Fortin got the lap in the first race. I don't know who gets it in because it scores some extra points. But it will be very, very tight when we arrive in Trois-Rivières in 3 weeks.
I think it's Raphaël Saint-Pierre who claims the fastest lap of the race.
Thank you very much to have been with us. And now the car will exit the pit lane, go back in the paddock, and we will be joining the winners on the winner's circle here in LimeRock, Connecticut.
And the victory circle ceremony is coming. And the podium for the top 3, Matt Miron, Alexandre Fortin, and Valérie Limoges. A first podium for Valérie Limoges today. Nicolas Barrette is 4th, Simon Vincent 5th, Nicolas Lévesque completes the top 6.
And Eric Chaput 7, 8 Jean Audet, 9 Sylvain Ouellette, 10 Jean-François Couture, 11 Christian Thibault.
In 12th place, Steve Poulain, 13 Daniel Fortin, Stéphane Pouliot in 14, and unfortunately 2 retirements. Raphaël Saint-Pierre classified 15, and Marie-Soleil Labelle 16.
But we will see them again soon during our next race weekend.
So Didier, thank you very much.
Thank you, Philippe.
Thank you for the technical staff. It was a pleasure to work here in LimeRock Park. A first experience for us, but really a really great experience. Thank you, fans. Thank you, fans. Really, that was a fantastic day here in LimeRock, and I hope to see you next event here or next event in Nissan Sentra Cup. Thank you very much.
And see you soon.
See you soon.
PIR PIR Speed Tour returns to Portland International Raceway July 26th through the 28th, featuring the Trans Am Series presented by Pirelli Western Championship, the Sports Car Vintage Racing Association, Prototype Sprint Series Association, the Optima Search for the Ultimate Street Car, and Saturday you can take part in the Haggerty Cars and Caffeine Car Show with Parade Lab. You do not want to miss the PIR Speed Tour July 26th through the 28th. For tickets, simply go to speedtour.net.
Rev up and get ready for race day with Mission Foods. The world's best racers and tastiest products come together to make every race delicious. Fully loaded tacos, fast wraps, piled high nachos. Whatever you crave, Mission will help you be race ready with easy to make recipes that will take your race day to the finish line. Keep your racing delicious and enjoy all the mouth-watering action. Brought to you by Mission Foods. Too fast, too tasty.